Ever feel like your backpack is a black hole for your phone? You hear the notification, the new cache published alert, and by the time you've unzipped 3 pockets to find your phone, someone else has already claimed the FTF. Stop fumbling and start finding with Save the Girls. Our crossbody phone purses are the ultimate geocaching power-up. Designed to hang right at your hip, your map and coordinates are always just a glance away. Whether you're bushwhacking through the woods, scaling a boardwalk, or signing a logbook in the rain, your phone stays secure, clean, and right where you need it. No more pocket drop scares. No more digging through gear. Just pure, hands-free caching. Plus, with room for your ID, credit cards, and a spare pen for those logbooks, it's the only piece of gear you'll never want to leave behind. Adventure ready, style focused, geocacher approved. Head to SaveTheGirls.com and upgrade your caching kit today. Use code GTN25 at checkout to take 25% off your entire order. Save the Girls, because the only thing you should be searching for is the cache.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Big thanks to our new patrons, which is a returning patron, Amateur Gadget Geocaches, and Lost Kin. And our featured patrons are all of the patrons that came to GeoWoodstock. And let me tell you, it was a pleasure to see all of our patrons, and they stopped and said hi, and it was just amazing seeing all our patrons that are here. So hats off, and big thanks to all our patrons who are here, and all of our patrons who keep this show and all the shows on the air. And we have an interesting show tonight, and we've got the Pizza Ninja here too. Let me bring him in.
Hey, Gary, good to see you, man. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I am still in the beautiful metropolis of Hutchinson, Kansas. So
wow. So live from the location.
Things are a little calmer now.
Oh, yeah?
Live from, yes. A little, you get on the streets right now, and it's a little easier to get around this sleepy little town in Kansas. So, but it was incredible. Ryan did an amazing job. I'm surprised he is awake right now. He's here. Here is in the chat room. So, and then Lori, got to see Lori. She's there. Made it home. She made it home to watch.
Cool.
So many people. It was great, and just had an incredible time seeing everyone. That's the beauty. I mean, we've talked about this before, but going to megas and being able to see and give a hug to folks, and being able to hang out with some, and there just isn't enough time. You try your best to do that, and it was just incredible. And we'll give everybody all the scoop, the inside on that. But we'll start with a little twig, and yours is going to be obviously the one we talk about most right now, because pretty much all my twig was getting ready for GeoWoodstock and then going to GeoWoodstock. But I do have a couple things I did want to mention too, John. The Save the Girls items are out there. If you buy a Save the Girls item, use the code GTN25, and that'll get you 25% off your order. Their products are amazing. I'll talk a little bit about them during the show. Also, Arted Crafted was with us and did wonderful, and is doing wonderful for us. That he has all of our products out on the artedcrafted.com website. I especially adore the Sasquatch Loves Earth Caches shirt, because I assume Sasquatch loves Earth Caches. I mean, don't you?
I if somebody was like, do you think Sasquatch loves Adventure Labs or Earth Caches?
Yeah.
My money's down on Earth Caches for sure. Just saying. I got a feeling on that one.
Yeah, I think so. So go check out his shirts. If you buy some, we do get a little bit of commission off of that. So please go buy some cool shirts from our portion of his store. You can go there, go to the catalog if you're having trouble finding it, and put in either Worldwide Cache Cruise, and I saw a ton of Worldwide Cache Cruise people.
Nice.
Or you can go to the Geocache Talk one. There's two links you can use there. So, yeah, great fun seeing folks that are going to be on the trip with us, and so we got to talk a little bit of cruise with them. And Owen was awesome. Owen, I'll be talking to him to halfway home. So yes, got to hang out with Owen, and that was great fun. Geovet she got how far on the road driving? Yep. So got to hang out with so many people. Tabitha, we got, yep. Soccer kicks. Willie got to see them, and
I saw that picture of you and Willie, and I was like, there's so many times, and unfortunately I couldn't make it because I have to take a lot of time off with
for the
world
cruise
coming up, and when I saw so many pictures of so many people, I was like, man, I wish I could have been there. It's like you could just feel the energy, feel the geo goodness through the pictures, through the videos with everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was.
And sorry I missed you too, Ryan. I did see a bat suit in the salt mines. And
Yeah.
I'm just going on record, Ryan, that I still have never seen you and Batman in the same place, same time, and seeing a bat suit down there kind of made me suspicious. Just saying.
Yeah. There's a bat suit. There was a Mr. Freeze down there. Men in Black.
Wow.
Several movie, because it's down. Well, and that'll be fun to talk about. The various places. So, all right. So I'm done with. Turn it over to you. So what was your twig this week?
I got to tell you, Gary. So for me, a lot of caching last week, and of course at Allegheny State Park Geo Bash, and a great event on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Hosted by OCCD. After that, not a lot of caching for me this week, to be honest. More kind of like cache planning activities. So I did, and shout out to Buzz82. I see him in the chat room from here, joining us from Savannah. Yep. Last week we talked about virtual reality geocaches and how T-Dubs 4200, their cache is still going to publish, and we're going to add that to the virtual reality bookmark list and geocaching. But also Buzz82 informed me that he has one in development, a virtual reality cache. So we're going to get that one added to the list too. Cool. But if anybody has any virtual reality caches that they're developing, reach out to me. Let me know. Love to add them to that bookmark list on that. Oh, and Geocaching Ninja joining us too. Hey, Geocaching Ninja.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, and I got to say this too. I got an Adventure Lab credit. It was, when was it? It was just like a few days ago. And I don't know about you guys, but when I get one, I put it in my calendar when I can claim it. And then kind of like I start to think the ideas flowing. So I got some pretty fun ideas for that one. I'm not going to launch it. I don't know about you, Gary, but like I'm torn because part of me would love to put a ton more caches out before the cruise. The other part of me is do I save it for after the cruise? And since we're only a few weeks away at this point,
or during the cruise,
or I could,
could.
That's true.
Put it in Copenhagen. Make you a little pizza thing in Copenhagen or somewhere.
That's true. I was actually thinking maybe like the middle of the Baltic Sea. So, so on that one, like we have to wait until we go like right in the middle of the Baltic Sea.
Right.
I don't know how many Adventure Labs are like right in the middle of a body of water like that.
That's true. Of course, yeah. It'd become a lonely Adventure Lab, I think.
It could be rare and exclusive. Just saying.
Yeah.
But But yeah. I got to work on that idea for sure. Oh, lodestones.
Ryan mentioned lodestones. He got to, there's lodestones here in Hutchinson. So it's on my list. We'll
I can't wait to dig more on that one. And
Mhm.
Gary, since Jesse's not here tonight, I know he's off assignment doing some secret stuff that we can't talk
He
about right
is.
now.
Yeah, he won't talk about it with us. So
But I still got to catch up. No new multis on the multi challenge on this one. But
okay,
I do want to name my Pizza Ninja Geocacher of the Week this week.
good.
And
Let's
this
go.
one goes out to Chris K in Gayuga. Um,
Okay.
and if people don't know Chris K, Chris is like such an awesome, generous cacher.
Oh,
Like a
neat.
lot of events, like he always shows up with like coins and other stuff to share.
Oh, very cool.
Chris is an epic puzzle solver. Like if
Hmm.
it's like one of those things where like if there was fantasy geocaching and you had to like draft like a cache or two to figure
Right.
out those puzzles and multis,
Right.
he would probably be up there like on my 3-person short list with Charles,
Oh,
Tom, and Chris K. You
wow.
know,
That's
yeah,
that's high praise from in high company right there.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I got to give a big shout out to him because I put out some hard puzzles and Chris has solved them, and he is just a terrific guy. So he is my Pizza Ninja geocacher of the week.
Absolutely.
I
Awesome.
would name Ryan Simmel if Ryan Simmel came out as Batman,
Yeah.
but he hasn't yet. So I'm not naming Ryan.
Yeah. So speaking of geocacher of the week, I'm gonna put Dawn as the geocacher of the week for us because
Ooh.
incredible. We're gonna talk a little bit about geo art, and I thought the geo art this year was, or at least the ones we did were incredible. But she was a trooper, boy. I was just driving for the most part. My knees can't really handle popping. She's getting out. She's finding all the caches.
Wow.
And then we pulled up to one. I'm like, I think it's up that tree. She says, I got it. Jumped out. And then she, like a monkey, boop, 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 she up the tree. And
Wow.
there was another guy there who, little older guy. And of course, she's so nice. And she's like, do you want me to put your name on it? Because he's standing right there. So don't freak out, people. He's just an older guy. And I said, well, you could toss it down to him or toss it to me or whatever. And she's like, well, we're right here. So signed it. And off we went because he probably couldn't get that cash unless we had some people to help. So great fun. And I'll talk more about the geo art here in a little bit. But
Yeah.
shout out to
Yeah.
her. So good for her to do that and be part of the team effort. So very cool. All right.
Awesome.
What else? Got some other stuff?
Gary, GeoWoodstock, one of the biggest geocaching events out there this year. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I've seen so much on social media. I've heard from people like little bits and pieces, but I can't wait to hear, everything from your
Absolutely.
experience.
Well, we'll start. I'll talk about Hutchinson, but we do need to pop in here. But I have a doctor in the house.
Oh, wow.
He's right down the hall from me. Dr. Conway is down the hall from me. So, and I got a coin from Dr. Conway, and I was fired up, man. He goes, I saw him at the drone show, and he said, hey, I want to, later on, I want you to come by, and when you're at the event, and I want to get you something. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. So he caught me before everything started, and I got to pick. John, can you imagine? I was presented with some options, and I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. So I got one. I was like, really? I can, I was like, yeah, it's yours.
That's
So
cool.
I was really pleased. That was the best gift I got on this trip was from Dr. Jim, and so very excited. So it was fun seeing him, and it was great. Saw so many great people. It really was. But yeah, bounce. Love Dawn's energy. Yes, she does. She definitely has the energy. So all right. So Hutchinson, Kansas. When they first announced Hutchinson, Kansas, I don't know I wonder what your first thought was from your perspective.
Oh man, I got to be honest, Gary. I was like, I've never heard of Hutchinson, Kansas.
I was the same way. I was like, what? Where is this? I was like, what is here that we, why, where and why? Where is this? So then we started finding out information about this place, the Cosmodrome and, the salt mine. And so hats off to Ryan and his team for picking this locale. Um, and it's a pretty good. I mean, it's a decent sized town. So for logistical
Mhm.
purposes, this town meets the requirement because you got thousands of people here, and that are coming into town, and you're like, can the town handle it? And from my perspective, the town did handle it. Um, Now, some of the restaurants I've been to were pretty slammed. Last night's restaurant was very slammed, but they were troopers and they kept going. Um, I think part of the problem with last night's, I think, was we had a lot of really bad patrons in the restaurant patrons. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Not Geocache Talk patrons, you're
no,
saying.
no,
Okay,
not our,
okay,
no,
okay.
no.
I was
Just
worried there for a second because all of our patrons are awesome. So
yeah,
that did not compute, my friend.
yeah. People that, whatever you want to call the people that show up at a restaurant, they were um, rowdy and disgusting, and I think they were the reviewers. I think they were geocaching reviewers.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
were they got a special room upstairs, and covered. You couldn't, you weren't supposed to go up there. It was a very private event
Oh, interesting.
upstairs. And I'm kidding, of course, but it was fun seeing them. I didn't want to mess with them too much because they got their own thing going up there. I did go up there. I bugged Ryan. And what's funny about that too is I go up there and I make a fool of myself, but I love doing that. I go up there and I say it loud enough for the whole room to hear. All these reviewers are up there, and I said, "Hey, is there was it where is that off button?" So I get up there and I said, "Hey, when is it that we can get rid of y'all and get AI?" And I looked around the
Oh,
room, and of course, Ryan's kind of Ryan's snickering, and he's hitting me, and he's elbowing me. And I looked around the room, and I saw Annie, who's laughing. She knows I'm just playing. But there's several of the reviewers up there, like, who is this guy, and why is he up here? And then, of course, I said, no, we love you guys. I'm just kidding. And so I talked to him briefly. I don't want to stick up there for very long,
yeah.
but
I
I did
mean,
just want to say,
you're probably only on a geocaching reviewer watch list now. Just saying,
right. They
after
want to
those
know
high
who's this
scare.
guy. Yeah, and why is he up here?
That GSL Inc. or GS Link or G Slink, we're putting him on a watch
Yeah,
list on double secret probation.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's okay. I'll take it. But it was fun. I was seeing them. So they had a room. They were having obviously having fun up there. We were having fun downstairs. We had patrons and we had cruisers. We kind
oh,
of mixed them all together. So um, thanks to all them that came for the night. And I tried to keep going around the room, seeing everybody best I could. So that was great fun. And Tony and Lacey and the kids were there, and it was
very
fun.
cool.
The kids they were very sweet, and they kept wanting to show me their stuff they got. You know how the kids were great. They're like, "Look what I got
Oh
at the
man,
event." And I'm like, "Yeah,
that is
this is
so cool.
awesome." Celebrating the stuff you can get at a event was great. Um, so Hutchinson, Kansas. So it was a good pick. And they, for the most part, everywhere it's big. It's big enough that it can handle. It did. It handled a GeoWoodstock fine. But again, some of the time I think they were kind of slammed a little bit. but
But at
so
the same point, I mean, what a great economic benefit for a
yeah,
community to have so many geocachers come in and spend their geocaching dollars there and whatnot. I
yes,
mean, that's such a cool thing. I'm sure the community really
yeah,
appreciated that for sure.
yeah. I talked to some of the waiters because I'm an idiot. And I talked to all the waiters, but and wait staff, all the wait staff, and um, they were great. Told them, a lot of them did know about geocaching, and they were like, we're so glad you're here. So it really was.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
So Wednesday night was the first group, um, first event, um, and we showed up, and there's like it's a lot of people. So, but it was good. They were able to kind of do part of the package pickup, and it was oh wow, is it really? That's awesome. Well, we'll talk about the yeah, Ryan's wife's
Yeah,
birthday. That's awesome.
happy birthday to Ryan's wife on that one.
Yeah, Mrs. Semmel was her usual, very calm. Well, Ryan was too, but deep down, I think he was kind of, it was like a duck. He's very calm on top, but it was paddling like crazy underneath.
Would you say
Um,
he's kind of cool, like Batman under pressure?
that's probably true. There's something to that. Hmm. There was a bat signal at one point. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Interesting.
First event was great. And Owen, who was on a minute ago, I don't know if he's still in the chat room, but Owen from KC had a gadget cache out in the side of the building, and that was great fun to do it, but then also watch everybody else try to do the thing. So I got and talked to Owen, and he kind of stayed near it to kind of make sure everything went fine. The other cool thing was I got in line for to get the package stuff and everything through there, and also to sign up for the Salt Museum, which we'll talk about here in a second. And I got behind a guy, and he goes, because I've never met him in person before, but he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, I'm Larry the pool guy." I go, "Larry the pool guy?
No way.
Cached Odyssey, California."
Oh my god.
So yeah, so because Dawn had run off somewhere and she came back because she's friends with Dawn, so they got to talk to him a little bit, tell him about Cached Odyssey, California, which is incredible. It really, the strategic aspects of where he put that Cached Odyssey in California in this location, which is, it's like, no, I say that. I'll probably jinx it. Somebody's going to go muggle that thing, but
No,
that thing is
don't
awesome.
say that.
Don't say
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
yeah, I love those, man. When you're at a mega event like that or any geocaching event,
yeah,
and you just have those encounters, like people you've talked to, you've messaged before, and you see them in person. It's like man, it's like meeting a good friend, again.
yeah. So speaking of that aspect of it, I'm going to talk about Cache Odyssey, very well attended at GeoWoodstock for our Cache Odyssey crew. Pennsylvania,
Ooh,
Captain Math, Oregon. So Emily was there. Washington, we had
Chad
there.
Very
Iowa,
cool.
Tony.
Nice.
Missouri, we had Owen.
Yep.
Arkansas, so Judy was there. I was there for Texas. California again, Larry the pool guy. North Dakota, and I might miss somebody. I apologize if I forget somebody. I'm very sorry. It's a whirlwind. North Dakota, Tricassius, got to see him, and of course,
Very cool.
and Kansas, Nicole was there. So so that was cool to have all these Cache Odyssey folks there, and like you said, John, they got Cache Odyssey on the must find list, so that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was just totally blown away on that one because I mean, I was looking at pictures and GeoFat91 and I are friends on Facebook, and she had her picture like next to this big map, and I was first kind of like looking through, and I was like, well, that's a pretty cool map, and I was like, huh, some of these locations look familiar, and then it was USA must find caches.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, that was so cool.
And Georgia, forgot about Georgia. I'm sorry about that.
That was just so cool to see on the USA must find caches on this map. That was looks like it was in the GPS maze, and it was sponsored by Mama Dawn,
right,
and Fia and Saul's 69. But the USA must find caches, they had the oldest in the state, active webcams, Cache Across America, and Cache Odyssey. So that was just so cool to see.
Yes, so that is awesome. So glad and got to see everybody. So the next day, so we did that night. So the next day, Dawn and a good portion of her team that she caches with, we all end up in the parking lot at the salt mine, the Stratica Salt Museum, I think is the real official. Oh, Dee's here too. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Dee.
We'll talk about her big news here in a little while. So,
oh man, in her big news is not her going to Pizza Ranch with Tom, right?
No, that's
okay.
I mean, that's big.
Yeah, I thought it was to me.
But we got something bigger to talk about. So stay tuned for that. So we go to the oh no. What is going on here? Look who I got. I got the man himself.
Oh man. Okay.
I don't know where the
is that the Ryan?
There
Semmel?
he is. There's the man.
It's not. It's not. Is it?
Talk.
Is it Batman?
You can't. You really are. You.
I still can't talk.
Oh my God! He lost his voice.
Oh my God, Ryan, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Missed you this week.
Oh man, I missed you guys too. I was tempted to text you, Ryan, but I'm like, man, Ryan must be going like 100 miles per hour this weekend.
I wouldn't have read it.
He would not have read it.
Phone, as my wife was saying, my phone was dead 90% of the week.
Oh man. Well, I have to say congratulations, sir, from everybody who I've talked to. It was an epic event with so many epic things out there, especially like first time, like never like been done before at like an event, you know? So I mean, hats off to you because I mean,
the community loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You're fine.
I know even
his phone would be dead. So.
Always.
Yeah, we haven't even got to some of the big news. We were just starting to talk about you probably heard we were talking about how the community. This is a great spot. It really was. It's big enough too. That's something I mentioned because when you first told us about this being the place for GeoWoodstock, I was thinking, I hope this can handle it. This community handled it perfectly. It really did.
I think it did wonderful. I've never seen so many pictures of billboards.
Right.
I probably have at least 50 pictures of people in front of billboards.
That's funny.
Or recordings of radio commercials.
Yes.
I heard a few of them.
That's excellent.
Very cool.
Unfortunately, I had to see myself on TV.
No, that's awesome.
That's definitely, it's all the community. They were amazing here.
They were.
I think they showed up.
Yes.
So
that is awesome.
The locations that gave the discounts.
Yes.
Even last night, I know you're harassing some
individuals. Yes.
But the facility loved us because they still gave us our 10% discount.
They did.
I don't know what they did for you because I told them to bill you extra.
Apparently I did get some extra billing on there, but Salt City Brewing Company, they were great. Definitely check them out when you come here for everything else.
But did you talk about the Ammo-Can Amber?
The Ammo-Can Amber.
Okay. Is this like a beverage they just made for the event, Ryan?
Oh.
You skipped right over the Amber.
I'm very sorry. You had your own
night,
brew.
We had our own brew.
Nice.
Really? Talked to the gentleman and Owen. Owen is the big one that was involved in it.
Nice.
And they knocked it out of the park.
That's awesome. I missed that.
That is cool. And I just
after the show.
Go get an Ammo-Can Amber.
I would go get an Ammo-Can
Amber.
Okay,
I will.
I just have to ask guys, like when you say Ammo-Can Amber, like first I kind of have like that like Ammo-Can smell. Is it kind of like the Ammo-Can smell when you crack it open? Does it have that kind of smell to it?
Right.
No, it had a wonderful, aroma. But yes, and I see Jim had at least one or two, and so did many other cachers.
Oh, that's good.
8 kegs, and we finished over 4.5 on Wednesday night.
Dang!
Wow.
So I can neither confirm nor deny there's an AA meeting somewhere nearby. But geocachers also showed out and had a very big thirst.
Yes.
So, but yes, I just wanted to come harass you.
No, I appreciate you.
I didn't get to see you enough this weekend.
No, it was great.
Oh,
I
man.
appreciate everybody who came out to Hutch.
It was tremendous, and you guys did a tremendous job.
Yeah, and I mean, hats off again, Ryan, to you and your team, because I mean, I love it when you can take people to a location that they probably won't go to otherwise.
No.
And there's so many unique things that take place there that they're like, man, this is an awesome location. Why did I not know about this before? You know? And it's just like so many people, it just seems like they have that fun. Went well with the pickle pizza. Okay.
Apparently, Dr. Conway says, and then Owen says,
yes,
Ammo Can Hammer was, yep. That's also.
Wow.
I don't know. I had a mystery beer just show up at my table.
Oh my gosh.
At Salt City Brewery. So everything I drank was great.
Nice.
Maybe there were times I didn't drink enough.
That's awesome.
As you can tell, my throat is scratchy, so bourbon definitely helps with that. So
there you go.
And I know it was mentioned earlier. It's my beautiful bride's birthday.
I know. That's
man! Shout out to her! Happy birthday!
Well, you don't want to come over here, do
No,
you?
she won't.
She won't come over. She's over here.
We can turn the camera.
She's a birthday. Yeah, I could turn it. No, she's fine. She's over there. Happy birthday.
So I have to take her out to dinner.
Absolutely.
So I'm probably gonna miss some of the show.
That's okay. It's out there on YouTube, you know.
So when I listen to it later,
yes,
and you mess up places like Cosmosphere,
not the Cosmodrome.
Who knows?
Cosmosphere.
There was a drone really close to the Cosmosphere.
We'll talk about the drones soon.
But
Cosmosphere,
and
it's a salt museum.
Salt museum.
Yes.
Museum.
And
not a
Gary
mine.
tried to go down the other salt mines here in town,
Didn't
but
work.
he wasn't small enough. You had to be that big.
You got to be that big.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, great.
Good to know.
But yes, I do want to say thanks to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I gotta ask you about this mystery beer. Was this part of like a geocaching puzzle where you get like a beer to your table that's a mystery beer? And
it
then
arrived. I solved it. I got to the bottom of it real quick. So, and it went really well. For some reason, I felt I needed a scotch.
Yeah.
Because when I looked down at my table, I had one bourbon and one beer.
Oh wow! Mix them together.
It's got a ring to it, my friend.
Water.
It just doesn't sound the same. So I think I needed a scotch.
There you go.
Yeah,
that worked perfect. It was a great week.
So thank you very much.
You bet.
Look forward to seeing everybody else. I'm not going to spoil a big reveal towards the end of the show, but I'm looking forward to the final announcement that he will make.
Yes.
Gary's going to spill some beans.
Somebody's on here earlier talking.
I saw. No. Don't
spill the
beans. Don't.
We'll get there.
Whoa, sorry guys, we lost Gary for a second there. We're gonna try to reconnect and see if we can get back to him. I don't know if it's hotel Wi-Fi. Or if something happened. Let's see. I think he may be coming back in. Oh, hey, Gary, you're back.
Yeah.
I see you, Ryan.
Bye, Ryan.
Bye.
He just left.
Oh man, well, that was cool. I'm so glad Ryan got a chance to jump on the show. You know.
Yeah, popped in there for that. Isn't that great?
Absolutely.
Shows you don't do the show from the same place that has the GeoWoodstock, or you're going to get bombarded with people. So. And Dr. Conway, he's like down the hall, so that was kind of funny. He could probably walk down here and say hi too at some point. But
nice.
Anyway, that was good. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Cosmosphere. Sorry, yes. I didn't want to get that right. So okay. So we did. They had an adventure lab, which was pretty epic, kind of on the same par as you and I did last year.
Oh, do tell more, Gary.
Hundreds and hundreds of adventure labs.
Wow.
Great fun. Now, I know that guys like Nels doesn't want to hear this, so stick with us, Nels. We're going to only talk about this briefly. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun. Hanging out with folks and just going through and doing adventure labs. It was at the Salt Museum, and there was a lot of other stuff at the Salt Museum to do, which was leads me into the next thing, which was you get in the elevator and they take you 650 feet straight down into the salt museum.
Wow.
It's a double-decker elevator. I don't know if anybody's ever seen this, and at first you're like, how does this work? And
Well,
so
it
they
sounds better than
down.
a double-decker outhouse, right?
No, not double-decker. Yeah, you don't want that.
Okay.
But it is kind of freaky that they do this. So they count you out. They put you all in there, like 14 inside this big elevator, and then you go up, and then they open up this bottom portion and they put 14 people in that thing, and then they lower everybody down into the mine, and then they let everybody out. As usual. But it's kind of interesting to see that, and I've never seen one before like that. They have somebody that takes you down, so you don't it's not a freaky thing. I mean, and then you have kind of free reign of the place, which is different than you would be. You would think that you'd be like on this very scheduled or very maintained tour where you got to stay with your tour group, and you go to this, you go this, and then go this, and then you're like, and then you have to get out. They don't do that. They open the gate, they open it up, and you're like, you're free to roam.
Man. And how big is this place that you can just like roam around?
Oh, John, this thing is huge. See, I don't know what the full size of the place was, but I did a lot of walking. And you saw one of the photos too. You walked quite a ways inside this thing. Yeah. Do you have a photo, or I can pull up a photo too if we need it.
Let me see if I can find one, because I know you guys shared so many.
I know we got so many
great photos out there.
Photos.
And on this one, I mean, you had to wear like a hard hat down there, right?
Yes, you have to have a hard hat. It's very safe down there, but they do, obviously they gotta be over safe. They're gonna have the public down in this mine. Now here's the cool thing: if you come here, and I highly suggest people come here, you want to buy the train and the tram. There's a train that takes a whole train thing down there, and there's a tram that takes a different tour, and you buy those ahead of time before you go down into the mine. So we did both, which is really good. I mean, there's gift shop, there's pretty much everything. There they are. Yeah, good shop right there. Yeah. So that's just one branch of the mine. And the other thing they tell you too, which is anything that goes down into the mine never comes out. They just leave it there. So that tractor and all that other stuff ain't coming out.
Oh, wow.
Whatever comes down in the mine stays in the mine. So all those workers would come down, and they would, obviously they'd clean up and put everything, but they would never take anything back out. So,
wow. Yeah. So you're lucky then that you got back out of that.
Yeah, and I'll talk about that in a brief moment. Okay. But we did, and at Dee's ride, we took the dark ride. So there's two rides. You can take a train. There's a train ride inside the mine, and there's a dark ride, which is a tram. It's like electronic tram instead of a train, and it's not cold down there, which is kind of a little bit unusual. Now, if you get on the train or the tram, you do get away from the public a little bit, and it gets more like you would think 650 feet down. It's going to be a little cool down there. But those two, they're very, very well done, little tours. The tram can turn, well, both of them will turn they would stop and then talk about what you were looking at. So that was cool. So it wasn't like a whirlwind. What was that? They would stop and show you things that were down there, and why they were down there, and they tell us tell stories. It was great. But
sounds fun.
I think it's good that they let you. The way it's set up now is you can walk around, and just take your time. Now they do store a lot of interesting things down there, and the reason we got caught up in not coming out yet was that there's a company that has their very specialized, or they have documents down there that are very protected, and so when they come down to get them, they have to kind of stop the public from coming out because they want to, it's kind of secure documents. But if you think about it, we've talked about this before, but when you're down that far, you're talking about, humidity is very controlled, temperature controls. So when you store stuff down there, like a bat suit, which I have pictures of the bat suit, Dr. Freeze from the movie.
Do you have a picture of the bat suit and Ryan?
No, that's weird.
Huh.
I don't have the two of them together.
I'm just saying, I've still never seen the two of them together.
I don't know that you could see the two of them at the same time. Yeah. So I'm gonna wrap up on this one and get on to the next thing. But there's the Men in Black suit.
Oh, very cool.
Superman.
Very cool.
Because if you store these things, as you can imagine, being down there, is that the obviously very controlled environment.
Interesting. So is that when you went to like K through 12 school, and they said they were putting your permanent records somewhere? Are they in the salt mine?
They do. Well, and that's the thing, is there are records down there that are there's the Batman suit that's down there.
That's cool. That's cool. I got to do that. So, okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, that is very cool.
Great. Yeah, all the records behind them are stored down there, and the birth certificates are down there. A lot of different records are held there because of the fact that it's the environment is, there's no humidity, there's no very very controlled environment. So last thing to tell you about the salt one was on the tram tour, not the train tour, but take the tram tour for sure, is they stop and they go, do y'all want to get out and grab something, a souvenir? We're like, oh, yeah, we do want a souvenir. Ooh. And they let you grab a little baggie.
Oh, wow.
And as long as it fits in the palm of your hand, you can take it. And there is one of the salt items, crystals.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really cool.
Isn't that cool looking?
Yeah. It's interesting because, it definitely doesn't look smooth. It looks kind of like angular, and kind of rough.
One of the things they tell you too is do not reach out when you're on the tram or the train and touch the wall, because it will cut you. So these things are really sharp. Interesting though, see how one was white and this one's dark? It's like the way that it formed, back whenever it formed, whenever that was, it had some were impure, or had, if you want to call this impurities that were in it. And then you got the regular, pure white portions of the salt. So,
oh man, and Ryan's still talking with us. He says, "Don't look yet." Number one, and
heavy metal. Yeah,
and he said actually, Gary, in there they had a full wing of Slinker tickets down there.
They do. You can go look at it. You can't take them out. They're very, very carefully left there on purpose. It's highly regarded, place. So let's
very cool.
Let's move on now. We don't want to talk about the other stuff that's down there.
Did you just Jedi mind trick me there, Gary? You were like, nothing.
Yeah, we need to move on.
Okay.
We've got to move on. But that was great fun, and so grateful that Ryan got that set up and everything worked great. So they did have an incredible, very well done geo art of a rocket, and that was out there. And so we did go out, and it was very well planned. You know, sometimes when you set those kind of things up, you're never quite sure whether the roads are going to be any good or, you know, what's going to happen. And you're a little bit, you know, the weather held up great, you know.
Oh, good.
So we were lucky. It was some rain, but it was fine out there. And it was just funny going out. You're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. You know, you're going down these, and the roads were great. So, I mean, like I said, whoever set those up, you know, Ryan could probably tell us in the room, in the chat room, but very well thought out and very well done. Caches were all good.
Nice.
You know, and it was just funny because you're driving down these dirt, you know, dusty roads, stopping every, you know, 528 feet and jumping out and grabbing these caches. And hats off to Dawn. She's had her in much better shape than me. So I did most of the driving, but she popped out and climbed trees and did a lot of the runner part of it, as it were. But you're driving along the roads, and of course the usual thing is like, oh, I'm guessing that there's another cacher. So you're passing, you know, there was a ton of cars out there, so which was funny. So,
and that's such an experience when you do event caching like that, because I know even at ASP GeoBash, like the other week ago, you know, like I had a cache and it was like, you know, gadget like, and the person walks in, you just ask like, do you want me to rehide this? Do you want me to pass the log? Do you want me to sign your name? It's almost like multiple choice, and people are like, C, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, sign it and put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple. There was one that I told you about before the show. Was older gentleman, and I think he was kind of got out of the car a little apprehensive, was like, oh, how am I going to get this thing? And but yeah, he was going up this tree, you know, and Dawn jumped down. I was like, no, let me go up there. She's scrambled up there like a little monkey. She's like, I got it, you know, here you go, sign it, and then sign it and put it back, and everything's going good. But he was helpful. Got him going, and yeah. So also, you know, say hello, Lacey. Say, hey, Lacey.
Hey.
Got to see them. That was great.
Nice.
Oh, that was Owens. Okay, Owen from KC.
Man.
Well, that was fantastic.
Shout
really
out to
well
Owen.
done.
Owen's just so awesome. Yeah.
A great mix. So there was multis, there was, you know, all sorts of caches that were out there. So it was tremendously done. So great fun, and the weather held up, because you never know when you're, you know, we did have some rain, but it held up. So then, want to get to some of the bigger news. Again, great job. So they had set up something that has never been done before. We all go to this football stadium, and we sit down, and then there's a ton of people. It looked like a football game was going to be on, because the place was packed.
Wow.
And then it started, and all of a sudden, from the parking lot, all of these lights come on, and they start swarming up into the air, and the drone show has begun.
Wow.
And there was it was a lot. It wasn't like, you know, 12 drones and they're trying to make something. Does it look like something? I don't know. Hundreds of these drones, and they go up in the air, and they put on a great show, had music, and it was just, it really was magical. You know, it's sort of a cliche, but it was a magical night seeing, how many were there? 300.
Yeah. D said 300. And I mean, and from what I understand, Gary, I mean, it's the first drone show at a geocaching event ever in the United States. Yeah. And Ryan confirms it. So 300.
Yeah.
That was so cool. And I got to tell you, like I was blown away, because seeing that drone show, because when I first heard about a drone show, I was like, oh, okay, cool. It's probably going to be like just generic things that they're going to do. But I mean, all of them, from what I saw in the video and the pictures, were just so incredibly like geocaching themed, customized just for the event, like highlighting like Kansas and different things.
Yes.
And I got to show this video that you guys shared with me. Because I think this just kind of shows like the sophistication and the planning that went into it. So I'm going to play it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and audio listeners. So that was like drones that came together for the Mega logo on that one, and then you saw them kind of just break apart, and they almost looked like stars, like sparkling, and then they
Yes.
transformed into three people, like in motion, like waving, and that
Yeah.
was so cool just to see the video. I got to imagine like in person, that must have been like even more incredible.
Yeah, the ones that are, I mean, those were really good. The ones with tracker and signal, I think, were some of the best ones because they were animated too. So they would have some of them where it looks like, signal's doing something. Here's another shot of. There's one with tracker and signal. So.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
I mean, I mean, that's not, I mean, those are drones that obviously have to be programmed perfectly. And they were perfectly in sync and done incredibly. I got this one I can show you too, which is there's a signal, and he's walking. You can see how he's walking.
Oh yeah. Here, let me bring yours up solo wise. Yeah.
So there's signal walking.
That is so cool.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
So a great show. They did all kinds of crazy, great. So there's state of Kansas with a signal on it, and just all sorts of great stuff. There's some stars and stuff. So great fun out there. Very well done. I'm sure Ryan's sweating bullets. Trying to see what happens. But it went tremendous. And those those were and the drone show was incredible. So then, and that's all. We're not even to GeoWoodstock yet, but we're now at GeoWoodstock.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So GeoWoodstock, pretty much went off with a hitch. I know when you're behind the scenes, like the years that I did Cache Fest, and there's you, and Dee knows this from doing mini megas, is that you want people to walk away going, I don't think there was any issues. I didn't see any issues. Did you see any issues? Like, well, yeah, but we kind of worked through them. You didn't get to see the issue. So, being on the outside now, I can let Ryan and everyone know that I didn't see any issues, but
and that's a big compliment coming from you, Gary, because you've been involved with a lot over the years, so if you look at you, and I mean, Dee Vickery, like, exactly. So I mean, to hear that from you and from Dee, man, that's incredible to hear.
Yeah. Oh wow, look, somebody's still at the fairgrounds. That's awesome.
Oh, very cool.
Yes. So let me back up though. We've got one other thing, and I'll talk more about that one. But the Cosmosphere, I'll say it right, was very well attended, packed. The place was packed, which was kind of cool. So a lot of parking, so we were good. Going to the Cosmosphere, and I kind of walked. There was a line to go through the GPS maze and do that, which is always cool. So I mean, one thing after, I mean, they really packed. This Woodstock was packed. You had the GPS maze, and you had all this going on, which was incredible. It was good fun too. I know people are in line; they're trying to get through the maze, and of course, I'm just walking around yakking to people because I'm a social butterfly. But which was fun to walk the line and find the bathrooms and come back out and see everybody and walk as and see everybody is coming back out, and which was great fun. I mean, we had so many people who, especially when we were at the drone show, we're walking in, and I'm not anybody famous, but in the geocaching world, I guess I got a little bit of you and I are kind of on a, have a tiny bit because we're in the
People
geocaching world.
just a little bit at events.
Just a little bit. And so it was great fun though, because we were like walking in and people are in the crowd going, "Hey, Gary," yelling at us and stuff. And so it was good fun. But that was very well done, very well attended, very well set up. So that was really well done. I want to mention that. The Cosmosphere is really worth visiting too, because one thing that was pointed out, Tony mentioned it, was that, and I think Owen mentioned as well, that you see these items that are there. One of the Sputniks, one of the Mercury capsules was there, and it's not like a recreation. These are actual, relics of the true space.
That is amazing.
So I mean, they're able to be, so it's like, these aren't like, this is what it would look like if you ever could see one in person. Like, no, you get to see them in person. Wow. So that was pretty wild. All there in Hutchinson, Kansas. It's incredible.
Amazing. After hearing these things, I'm like, if I were to ever drive through Hutchinson, now knowing these things, it sounds like so many things like that would be awesome just to see,
Yeah. So this is our first year we had a booth, and so Jim was right. It's open to everyone. It was good fun. So everything went well. We had it, which is another thing I love about this one, and a lot of the ones where didn't take a chance on the weather. It was indoors and very well attended. Trust me. Now we had a booth that was kind of our first true vendor booth with Geocache Talk, and we had a lot of people come by and say hi and buy things from us. And one of the things, obviously, one of our big now major sponsors for Geocache Talk is Save the Girls. Save the Girls got us set up with some incredible purses, and Dawn did an incredible job of selling those, because we're the only ones selling them right now at the event. So people are walking by and they're kind of like taking a double take, like purses, and then she's able to explain how they work, how you can wear them when you're caching. You can have your phone hanging without having to try to hold it and try to grab a cache. You know what I mean? There's just, you want to be able to be hands-free when you're trying to manipulate caches. And
absolutely.
So it was Brian's on the he's gone, so that's good for him. I'm glad he came by. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was so cool to see him.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was fun to see people who were able to get a product that I think they can really use, and we had we had women come over, because right now we just have pretty much ladies items, and they came over, and they were saying, some of them were like, their husbands were like, go look at the purses. And so like, oh yeah, we'll go look at a purse. I'm gonna buy one while I'm there too, because this is awesome. And
Nice.
So that was fun to see. And Dawn did a great job. She explained to them, how it works, where do you clip, clip-ons. And so and we sold other items too, which was cool. And very much appreciative to Space Ghost. Been good friends of ours for years, and they came over. So Dale and Barb both came over, and not, they don't see. They're very, very sweet. They don't, the vendors there for the most part, I don't think are seeing anybody as competition. But he came over and he's like, "How are y'all doing?" I was like, "We think we're set up pretty good, we think." And he goes, "I had some path tag displays." And he goes, "What do you want to sell these path tag displays for?" And we put them on there, and like, Gary, no, this is not. You're giving it away. That people can get these online. You don't want to kill the. They want to be able to have them decent price. He goes, "This is not decently priced. This is not correct." So he's like, he helped us with that. and he kind of helped us with, how to display some of these items, and were just tremendous helps with us for knowing, because he knows that he's done, he's a professional, he does this for a living.
Yeah, I mean, and they are always so awesome, and I think the thing is, like, I think still in the US, I think Marlin 01 is the one that's been to the most megas, but I think right after him, I think it's like Sean, it's like Dale and Barb,
It seems that way.
I mean, they're just such a staple at an event, and always so nice, on
Yes.
that one as well too.
I did run into somebody who beats all those people, who's been to every one of them.
Okay, are you saying the Frog Gary?
No, Show Me the Cache.
Show me
his caching name. Show Me the Cache. I ran into him at 14er.
Yeah.
Back in 2016 at Mingo. We were headed to Colorado for 14er. I stop at Mingo, because I'm on the way there. He happens to stop there too. And we had a little conversation, and I said, he's asked me about it, and I said, well, I'm headed to 14er. And he goes, oh. He goes, me too. And I was like, oh, have you ever been to a GeoWoodstock? He goes, I've been to every GeoWoodstock. And I was like,
wow.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That is so cool.
We spent like half an hour talking, and he's very proud of it. He's an amazing gentleman, and it was fun seeing him again and talk to him. But yeah, it was pretty wild. I mean, he's
nice.
He's like famous. He is. But
that would be wild if he could have been to every single one of them. That is just so cool.
Yeah, and so the day went well. We wrapped up. The vendor booth did great. We had a great time seeing people. It was so fun, having people come by and stop and say hi, and and buying items was incredible too. So, oh yeah, there you go. Jim mentions, yeah, he coordinated with Joe GPS. GeoWoodstock one. Yeah, he's from Louisville, so nice. Dr. Conway knows him well. Good gentleman. And we wrap up, and went really smoothly again. Hats off to Ryan for getting all that for us set up, and he had another gentleman helping. He had a great team, so the team helped with everything, and then we are then hearing rumblings, and they had made the announcement. We're still doing the vendor booth, but the announcements are starting to come out, and the word is spreading about the next year. And so hang on, I'm checking on some. Yeah, so there's rumblings, and there's the word's getting out, it's starting to spread for next year, 2027. Where is GeoWoodstock going to be? And we found out that it's going to be in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh wow.
And
great location.
Like, oh, what's that?
Great location, Baton Rouge. Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, well, I wonder who in Louisiana is going to be doing, like, oh, it's an interesting team. Several different people, and also Dee and David and Chad and Stephanie. I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay, this is an all-star team right off the bat from what you're telling me.
It's an all-star team, but it's the Cache Fest team.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Cache Fest team, and like, so, and I ran into Dee later, and I said, you're going to do Cache Fest next year and GeoWoodstock? And she goes, yeah. I was like, they're almost on the same date. It's just like, well, no, there's time between the two. There's May and July. I was like, oh my God, you're going to be like swapped. She's like, and as it always says, as Tom always says, it sucks to be Dee's friend. It does, because she's going to drag you in to do various things. And of course, we're Dee's. Yeah, there you go, Tom.
Yeah, Tom and Cheryl too. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I and Cheryl invisible? No, you're there too, Tom. Tom and Cheryl, and
Well,
there's some others on the team as well. Sorry,
yeah.
Tom.
So this is even more all-star than just like
Yes.
I mean, on this one, you're talking people who put together so many different amazing events.
Yeah.
So GeoWoodstock next year is just going to be like incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, no doubt. And I mean, and God bless them for doing 2 events too. I mean, and Ray and Nina Savard as well too.
Part of the
incredible
the
team.
Crazy Eights. Yeah.
Yeah, this is like almost like if you had to like fantasy draft people to run a GeoWoodstock.
Oh yeah.
Who you would put on it,
Well, they did an incredible job, before the days of Cache Fest, before that was even a thing. They did the GeoWoodstock in Fort Worth, which was mind blowing. I mean, to me, that was one of the best GeoWoodstocks, of all time. And there you go. As far as AK, oh crazies, yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
So you're right. It's a team that, trust me, they know megas like anyone. So hats off to them. I was very happy to see them, and I could tell even the professionals like Dee and the crew were a little bit. Well, they were incredibly excited, obviously, but you could kind of see they're like, it's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work doing this, next year, and so they're already in the process.
But knowing them, they already know they got it. Like, I got to imagine they probably have so many amazing plans already in place, just knowing them on this one.
Yeah. And of course, the funny part is I get a call. Tom calls me, goes, "Hey, when can we be on the show? And we need to schedule all this stuff." Like, well, I don't have my schedule in front of me. I don't know what, I don't, you and I have a schedule, but I'm not got it in front of me. He's like, "Well, we got to get on the show. Let's go. We got to talk about it."
Absolutely.
And so like, yes, we'll have you on. And they started a very important ambassador team. And so I know a lot of people have seen on YouTube or not YouTube, on Facebook, a lot of people who are part of their ambassador team. And that's important because I know what they're thinking. They can't say it. But I think
they can't say the word yet.
They can't. I can. I ain't part of them. I ain't part of those teams.
You can. Okay. Well, say it, Gary, if you're going to say it. I mean,
yeah, you and I can talk about this.
Yeah.
But I know that next year will be a giga.
That would be incredible.
Guaranteed.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Tom, you can't talk about that, but I can. So,
well, yeah. we can help encourage people like we did with Morgantown, that GeoWoodstock with going giga.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It definitely harkens back to last year. So wait, I think it's this right here.
Oh no, Gary just spilled the beans.
Something like that is, I think, going to occur. So get your Willetins in soon. Yeah, knock on wood. Very, very true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, it's an awesome location. It's an all-star planning team.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be incredible. So, I mean, once it goes live, log your will attend on that one. There's already a website that they have up, which, again, these guys are just awesome with planning, right? So I'm just going to post this in the chat right now. Just geowoodstock2027.com. So just www.geowoodstock, all one word, 2027.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go to it, log your will attend right away so you get it, because then you'll make sure you get the latest news on that one.
Absolutely.
So you don't want to miss it. And
here, don't miss Geocache Talk, because we'll give all the news and all the updates too during the news time here. So definitely don't miss us as we give information for next year. They do get 2 options every year, which is either 4th of July or Memorial Day. And they win again with Memorial Day, which is fine. It's a good date for that. And so, that's just perfect. So people can plan ahead for that. And It was incredible. It's been an incredible weekend, John. I mean, it again, there probably was some things that went on that were, people could push the panic button on from the team's perspective, but from the public side, since I'm on the public side now, everything went perfectly. So hats off to the teams. Incredible. The caches were great. The events were great. All of this, again, all of Hutchinson, Kansas, big thanks to them and all of their work that they did from that perspective. So that's kind of my wrap up. I think, John, is just the weather was great. I mean, we really had such an incredible, and I end up with a rock. So I'm very excited about my rocks.
Yeah, you can't say that about every mega or GeoWoodstock gear that you get a rock out of it.
It's one of the few items that you can get at a mega that you can't lick. So don't lick this one. Don't lick the rocks.
So you can lick other things, just not that rock.
You can if you want to lick a path tag. That's up to you, or
Okay. Judge free zone. We're not judging people if they do that.
Yeah, they did Midnight Madness. One last thing too is they did Midnight Madness. And Midnight Madness was inside a cool little building, and it was fun walking around and heard some crazy stories. I had some people come up and tell me some wild caches that they've found, and I'm like, I'm making note. I got shows I've got to do with John and Jesse. There's other shows too, and had an incredible story last night about a cache that we'll have to talk about it on a future show. So stay tuned for that in the future. So what are some of your thoughts from the frozen north of New York about
frozen north of New York? I mean, just me taking a look, and I can't tell you how many times I checked the GeoWoodstock community group on this one, because to me that's the one where you can go in, you can see what people are excited about, what's going on. But I mean, you could just tell the excitement from social media about all the different events.
Yes,
you really could, and you could just see like the joy, excitement on people's faces on this one. And I know on this one, like I'm excited for next year. I wish I could have been there this year, but like I said, with Worldwide Cache Cruise coming up, which is going to be amazing. I need to save my time off from work for that. But GeoWoodstock 2027, stay tuned on this one. And Tom Brotherman chipped in on this one. He said it's not live now because the event is more than 365 days out. So it's going to be there, but soon. But Angel Bandit said her paid time off has been submitted on that one. So I mean, great way to do it. I know I'm going to submit my paid time off request. Like when I get back into the office this week on here. And I got to give a shout out to somebody, Gary, on here, CB Spy of the Spy Ninjas, who was at GeoWoodstock on there, and they said they watched the new Star Wars movie in the theater there, and I still have to check that out myself on this one. But
very cool.
Yeah, I mean, big congratulations again to Ryan, Owen from KC, Kevin Stebetsy, everybody on the planning committee. The community of Hutchinson, Kansas, it just sounds like they really opened up and made this a terrific event for geocachers to attend. So, yeah, it sounds like it was just amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. So, very cool. Thanks for everybody. Thanks for the chat room tonight, giving a lot of good info, and thanks to Ryan for popping in. Can't always do that on a Geocache Talk, so pop in. So. Pop into the room, and I don't know what he left. I don't know. Did he use the bathroom and not? No, I think he didn't. Okay. Into my hotel room, and big thanks to Dr. Conway he's down the hall, so for jumping on and give us some good information too. So great fun. So all right, we'll wrap up. What's coming up? We got anything coming up this week?
Yeah. So no Tuesday show this week, guys. It's the Is this the last Tuesday of the month? Which is crazy to think like June's around the corner on this one. But Geocache Talk is going to be back next week on May 31st, and we're going to be talking about the science of camouflage. So I think people know a little bit about camouflage, but I don't know if they know about the science of camouflage.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I don't think I've ever seen a show on the science of camouflage.
Yeah.
So you got to show up for that, especially when you want to get a camouflage some of your caches. I mean, it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great.
Absolutely.
So good fun. I need to sleep because I am worn out, but that's okay. It's gonna be. I'm gonna sleep well here tonight. So anyway, so thanks everybody, and I'm gonna take us out. So
sounds
good night,
good.
everybody.
Take care, everybody.
May your finds be many, and your DNFs be few. May the terrain and difficulty both be less than 2. And whatever it is you're looking for, may it find its way to you. And may we all meet again.
Folks, we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. Please email us your comment at geocachetalk@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. The show can be found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Radio Public, or Spotify, as well as at the Geocache Talk website. Don't forget to click that subscribe button below and ring that bell notification so that you can see and hear the show on a weekly basis. And tell your friends about the show. Get them involved with us in the chat room. And until next week, don't just talk about geocaching, go geocaching.